And on the way down over the stairs, she had said to my daughter Alice, if you side with your mom, I will death you.
So if you think, and you wrote, and I have your letter here that you wrote to me. Thank you for taking the time to do that.
Thank you for reading it.
Oh, I've read it. It says, Dear Dr. Phil, I write this not to you so that you can understand the problems you have helped cause between my wife and I. You once aired a show sometime in April of 13. It was about computers and husbands cheating on their wives. Since that time, my life has been a living hell. So you then blame me because she watched my show about...
No, I love your show, actually. I think it's a great show. But what she took the seed of the show and grew it into, like, Jack and the Beanstalk.
I trusted you for 22 years, up to 9 months ago. Hiding Cialis bottles don't help.
Well, I don't
Anybody
believe they
would
were
be
hidden.
paranoid. My
sock drawer doesn't really count.
Under the mattress? Well, if you used them with me, they should have been in the medicine cabinet, not under the mattress, right? He tells me the doctor says, take them on a Friday and hope for the best. Well, did you take them on a Friday and hope for the best while I was in Canada?
Absolutely not. You know that.
No, I don't know that.
Well,
I found an empty bottle when I got back.
You should know that.
Well, are you jumping to some conclusions here?
Dr. Phil, I was in a marriage. There was no conclusions.
That's all she ever does is jump to conclusions.
You have said that he's gay because he was a virgin until he was married at age 29.
Dr. Phil, what's so upsetting about this whole thing is
I found gay pornography on his website.
It's the only woman I've ever been with my entire life. 100%.
Yeah.
And basically, she's throwing knives at me. It's basically whatever
I found gay pornography on your webpage.
No, hold on. Let's go through this list. You say he's homosexual because taking erectile dysfunction meds.
No, hiding it from his wife. It was number one. How to tell if your husband's gay? Does he hide his Cialis or Viagra?
That was on the
internet.
internet.
That was the number one on the
internet. Well, if it was
internet.
on the internet, we know it has to be right. Transvestite, but he was viewing transgender.
I never said that. No, I never called. I never called my husband a transvestite.
You did.
Oh my goodness, that's not the truth, Dr. Phil. My right hand to God, I never called him a transvestite.
Well, that's not what he says.
Well, he's not telling the truth. One of us is lying, right?
Yes. Can't be both ways.
That's
you
right.
said he's involved with...
Well, I have them on my phone, sir.
You've called him a $2 trick.
Absolutely.
You says he has escorts in the city.
Well, he came home one night and I asked him. He came right out and said, no, I like New York City women. Just like that.
You said that
like
You said that he's cheating with a Russian and Craiglist.
Well, I can show you on my phone. I had to start taking pictures because he'd erased
Oh, we've got the pictures.
That's constantly. That's today. That was even last night.
And you said he's a sex addict.
I think he is. Just not with me.
Okay, so he's gay, transvestite, involved with prostitutes. He's a cheap prostitute. He has escorts in the city.
Sir.
You called him a $2 trick? What is that?
No, I don't know what that means. What I'm saying to you, sir, anything, it takes more and more, not just his wife anymore.
Okay. All right, and you say he's cheating with Russian Craiglist.
I think so.
Okay. Bob and Dorothy's oldest daughter says an argument between her and her parents left her bloodied and needing stitches.
I don't believe that my father is having an affair. My mom needs to back off my father and realize that he is not cheating on her. My mom accuses my dad of being gay. My mom accuses my dad of being a transvestite. My mom has accused my father of having Russian. My mother thought my father stole her keys after she had a little bit too much to drink one night. She took everything that was on these racks, thousands of dollars worth of my dad's tools, and threw it out into our driveway. And she got a flat tire because of all the screws and the nails she put out there. And she blamed my dad for it because, he took her keys. They were in her pocket the whole time. She wants everybody to be miserable right along with her. Misery loves company. After my mom stopped talking to me, life got 110% more peaceful. I honestly don't want a relationship with my mother if she continues on with the accusations. My little sister is only 12 years old and she acts as my mother's psychologist. I can't stand seeing her caught in the middle of this.
Worst letter I ever met. No way for someone to f***ing live.
My mom has gone off the deep end completely.
I mean, she says you've gone off the deep end. She's just yelling, screaming at him, he's stealing your keys are in your pocket.
The keys were in the hamper. They weren't in my pocket. They were in my hamper.
But he didn't have them.
No, I didn't have them. At 8:15 in the morning, Sunday morning, she barges in the door. I mean, barged in, starts kicking me, punching me, kicking me, and punching me, and making a big ruckus about the fact that I took her keys. I knew I did not take those keys. There was no possible way because I wasn't even there.
Were you wrong?
I was.
Okay, but you
And I apologized.
Oh, well. Samantha says her mom, Dorothy, has severe anger issues and screams nonstop.
My mom attacks my dad physically and verbally on a daily basis.
We're gonna stay home. Go out there. Who the f*** is spend all this money? What did you do? You're not getting money.
Dorothy, nothing to do with it because I don't do that.
She's extremely violent. She's thrown chairs, scratched his face.
You have really got to leave.
I have a tendency to break and destroy things in anger. I broke 2 picture windows. I smashed every window out of my husband's van with a hammer. I broke this one, his driver's side, and the front windshield.
She has smashed 2 of his laptop computers. She has super glued his phone shut and put it in glasses of water because she was angry at him. When I was 16, she threw a blender at me. She threw the pitcher full of margaritas at me and split my face open over my left eye. There was blood everywhere. I still have a scar over my left eye. They're lasting images. They're burned into my mind. I'll never forget them.
Okay. When you see all of that together, does it seem
It seems terrible.
reasonable behavior?
Horrible.
In fact, I made a list of what I consider to be erratic behavior. In 2007, it's reported that you hit your daughter Samantha in the face with a pitcher, which she just said. In June of 13, you got home drunk at 3 a.m., had a fight with Bob and Samantha. On the 18th of July of last year, you clawed his face.
Right.
And you claim that he fractured your rib. On 7/13, you accused Bob of being in hijinks with a postal worker. On
Right.
August 13th, you threw all of his clothes outside over the railing. On August 2nd, you threw and broke a chair and then called the police. On 8/12, you left a hostile message for Samantha, said, "You need to get your blank out of my house or else." Then in September, you made Bob take a polygraph test. He passed,
But he also had a missing colada pen. So there's
but you
suspicion.
still accused him of cheating. On 9/18, you accused him of sending an email to a woman, and you smashed the windows at Samantha's house. 2 5-foot picture windows, and you threw candelabras through them?
He told me I could be in charge of 3 Cialis pills. He took a Cialis pill, disappeared that day at 2:30 and didn't show up. We had a date that night that he didn't show up for.
And so your theory is the way to handle
And he was-
this is
I
to
know.
throw
He was
candelabras through 2, not 1, but 2 5-foot
It
picture
needed to be
windows.
replaced anyway, sir.
No, Dr. Phil.
The sashes were rotted. I
Dr.
figured
Phil.
I'd just move it along.
These were
They
quarter.
really did need to be
This was
replaced.
serious. This is quarter-inch plate glass.
I know I shouldn't have done it.
That same month, you got your daughter again involved in your marital and adult issues. This is the older daughter. Tried to get her to help install phone monitoring equipment
I did, but I was unsuccessful.
so you could tap his phone.
Exactly. Yes, sir. I did.
Okay, and then in December, you followed him to the store to spy on him.
Absolutely not. Never followed my husband once in my life.
Okay, so you tried to bug his phone. You threw candelabras through the windows.
Yes.
You say all of that, but you didn't follow him to the store.
So my right hand to God.
Dr. Phil, she went to my van, grabbed my cell phone first.
Sure.
Then went in the store with my cell
Sure.
phone,
That's
analyzed
right.
everything on the cell phone,
Absolutely.
left the store, threw my cell phone across the
You
parking
started
lot.
this problem, honey, by hiding those pills.
How'd
You
I
should have
start the
never done
problem?
that. I trusted you for 22 years. That man could come home with his underwear in his head and I wouldn't ask him where he was. This past 9 months, I don't trust you. No more. I'm done.
I'm not done yet. On the 22nd, you smashed the windows out of his truck. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Then on January 12th, New Year, let's start fresh, right? So you hit Bob in the nose during an argument and
Yeah,
just
she
break
did.
your nose?
She fractured it.
How do you know it was fractured?
Because there was blood coming out.
You didn't go to a doctor. There was no diagnosis.
It hurt for 2 weeks.
He doesn't. Please.
Yes, I'll
He
make-
didn't even have a bruise.
I don't.
On
This is what I go
1/19, a week later, you kicked and punched him in front of your 12-year-old daughter.
No, I don't recall
You
that.
took Bob's work tools, including a $1,000 sprayer, heaters, nails, screws, dumped it all in the driveway of the house.
I did, but I put it all back. I picked everything up. I apologized, and I put everything back. I apologize for doing
Well,
it.
it's because it punctured your tire.
Sir, he knows how to trigger me. He plays me like a fiddle, sir.
This is your marriage.
Oh, I know.
It actually is.
It's a mess.
It does kind of indicate it. Looks
Yeah,
sort
it
of like
does, doesn't it? It's a little symbolic. You're smashing windows out of houses and cars and kicking and punching him and then going, oh, never mind, found him. Sorry, my bad. What the hell is that? And that's what you've done with me. I said, did you throw candelabras through the windows? You said, yeah, but they were old.
They need to get replaced anyway.
The fashion was bad. They really needed to be replaced anyway. So therefore, it's okay for you to be standing out in the yard in the middle of the night throwing candles through picture windows.
It wasn't okay.
My wife's rage gets magnified many times over when she's drunk.
I ran for 22 years because you were never here.
You ran for 22 years because you're an alcoholic.
My wife drinks every single day. She could get quite tipsy 5 out of 7 nights in a week. The most I've seen her drink, 18-pack of beer. My wife is absolutely 100% out of control.
Well, that was Bob talking about his wife Dorothy's out-of-control drinking. Now, after watching an episode of my show about a husband whose infidelity caused his family to go into financial ruin, Dorothy started accusing Bob of spending all of their money on other women. She says Bob has been sucking money out of their bank account like a vacuum. He just says that's the pot calling the kettle black because Dorothy is the one overspending and misusing money. Take a look.
My family is now in financial ruin. Bob has made over $400,000 in the last 3 years, and we're still broke, and he has not made a mortgage payment on this house in 3 years. You don't give a about your family or happiness or anything else.
Yeah, we'll make you think that.
All you care about is sucking money out of the account like a vacuum.
Dorothy thinks that I put our family into financial ruin. I beg to differ with that statement. Economic conditions are to blame for that.
In 6 months, he had pulled out $33,000 in cash. I think he spent it on escorts. The fact is, my family is broke. I'm not quite sure where all this money is going. I confronted him about it. He told me it's his life, he does the work, mind my business, he can spend his money the way he deems fit. Did he tell you he drinks as well?
This is the problem. Your behavior is so over the top
Right.
that you just don't have any credibility. And it's not just him that thinks this. Your daughter Samantha is concerned about it as well, right?
Well, she's in his pocket, sir.
Really? Samantha,
Yeah.
are you there?
Yes.
Your mother says that the only reason you're critical is because you're in your father's pocket, and I guess that means that your behavior is not erratic. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
Daddy's about to buy her a vehicle when we can't afford to put oil in our tank.
Hold on.
Yeah, Samantha, the
Dad
floor
is
is
not-
yours.
All right. Dad is about to put his credit on the line so that I can make payments on a vehicle.
Really, you're living in my rental free of charge. You ran up a $600 electric bill. You don't have a job, sweetheart. You're in your dad's pocket.
Well, I'm certainly not
She's my
going to
daughter.
live with you. You broke the windows out of your rental house on my birthday. September 7th was the actual date.
6th.
7th, my birthday's the 7th, Mom.
It was the 6th. It was a Friday night. Kid
It
Rock
was the
concert.
7th. The 7th, Friday night. My
Immaterial.
birthday was Friday, the 7th.
Do you really think it's about the clock?
Sir, you know what? It's not about the clock.
Or do you
but
think it's
know
about
what?
the fact that your daughter is inside a house where you're busting the windows out?
But you know what? She pulled a knife on me, and on the way down over the stairs, she had said to my daughter, Alice, if you side with your mom, I will you. The police put a restraining order against Samantha themselves for her
Because
saying
you
that.
can't put up with your madness anymore.
You know what my daughter called me this morning, Dr. Phil? And
That's evidence.
because I asked her, did she put water
Absolutely.
down for my dogs?
But what'd she say,
She called
Samantha?
me a
There we go.
Can I jump in here for a minute, the three of you? Because first off, the use of that word is offensive to my
I understand.
sensibilities.
That's true.
I mean, that's not okay. I just can't let that pass. I'm sorry. You need to take that out of your vocabulary. You apparently
But he
have
didn't ask her
plenty
not
of
to
other
speak.
choices. What?
He didn't say you shouldn't speak to your mom that way.
Dorothy believes Bob is sending encrypted messages to other women through his Craigslist ads.
You clicked around in the spam.
No, I didn't click around in spam. This was in your email. It wasn't spam. And those people on that friggin' site didn't look a day over 15, pal.
Okay, whatever.
That's
There's
why
nothing
I
to do with me.
forwarded it to the FBI.
Okay, so let me be sure I've got the sequence right here. So you're watching my show, thank you. I appreciate you doing that. And you see me talking to parents and then a wife about looking at the computer, and you see where your kids have been, and you
How is
see
that
this
the history
like that.
and so forth,
So
yes.
you decide it's time for you to become engaged with the computers. There might be some information you want.
I checked the history.
You check the history. Okay. Now, one of the things I was able to actually put some of this stuff up. He calls this spam. And yours like, how much spam can there be, right? I mean, come on. Because he gets an email that says, babe, I guess you're not getting any of my email, huh? I've been trying to email you so many times, but this damn laptop is such a piece of garbage and keeps freezing. Anyways, how you been?
I've never seen that before. So
Well, that's one of them. Off
Okay.
of the you can add that to your list.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's all. Thanks. Yeah. I told you I was here to help. And you've seen them like this, right?
I've seen several things.
Yeah. But here's the problem with this. This is that very same passage. We found it in 14 different places. This is a form email that is sent out trying to get people to respond so people can get their addresses so they can start working to hack their computer.
Okay.
This is, in fact, spam.
Okay.
And you say, how much spam is there? Well, we all get them. This is my personal cell phone.
Right.
And this is from last night. These are all of the spam emails that I got just last night.
In your regular email,
Yes.
so you don't have to go to your spam to get them. They're
No,
in your regular
I have a
email.
filter that takes them out.
Okay.
Stimulate your body to impress women. Dear DPM, don't miss your 60% off. And God only knows what is 60% off of. Then your theory was, okay, he's posting on Craigslist, and you said these are encrypted.
No, I never said the Craigslist were encrypted.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said the emails for Snowmobile and selling a Ford
No.
were actually contacts.
Sir, what I said,
Yes, you did.
I went to WinZip and I brought back 30,000 erased files. And I couldn't read them, so I got the Geek Squad to come in to help me read them. They told me before they were erased, they were encrypted. The Craigslist got nothing to do with encryption.
What's your problem with the Craigslist?
there
You
was-
did say it was
there
encrypted,
was-
by the way, but what is your, give
There's-
us your new problem.
Well, there was 50 or so email contacts,
Yeah.
and they were all in reference to the snowmobiles, a tire, and a van.
Well, she thinks they're
And
a
the
front.
snowmobiles, nobody came up our driveway to look at those.
But that's what I mean. You think that they're a front.
I think they're a front of some
front.
sort.
You think these are a front. So he's putting this up to sell this, and it's a front for what? Because you notice down here, he even clicked, do not contact me with unsolicited services or offers.
Get a load of this. He emailed somebody from Craigslist that wanted to buy a tire, wishing them Merry Christmas on the 16th of December.
I didn't wish, I didn't wish anybody a Merry
I got
Christmas.
it on my phone, Dr. Phil. Who wishes somebody Merry Christmas that wants to buy a tire?
Oh, what a rat bastard. To wish somebody Merry Christmas.
A complete stranger. Dr. Phil, you know what? He's been disconnected from his family for 3 years.
Not saying he
straight.
hasn't been. I'm just saying
And
you're
I read
not.
on your website how to tell the man's cheating. If he's disconnected from his family, he's probably cheating. That man doesn't take me out to dinner, Dr. Phil.
But I told you everything on the website.
It was your website. It was your website, Dr. Phil.
I know, I'm kidding.
I have, at my wife's request, taken a lie detector test to prove that I've never cheated on her, and I passed it with 100% certainty. She's the one paid for the polygraph. She believed the results and was quite happy for about a period of 5.8 days. Now she claims that I took a to counteract and fool the lie detector test. She is still accusing me of cheating on her.
Well, Bob says he's done everything he can to prove to his wife that he is not cheating. He even agreed to take a polygraph test. She picked the polygraph operator. He says he passed with flying colors, but that was not enough to convince Dorothy that her husband was not stepping out. Now, let's take a look. Results across the board, no deception.
Right.
He passed with flying colors.
Right.
Here it is. You see it right there.
Klonopin lowered his blood pressure, and that he could have easily passed the test. because I looked
And
at
your
him.
theory is that if you take an anti-anxiety med,
Klonopin, yes.
that you would then pass a
I
polygraph.
looked it up, and it said, yes, it can affect the outcome.
Their 12-year-old daughter, Alice, says she has witnessed her parents punch, kick, and even bite each other. Let's hear from her real quick.
My parents fighting is like a day-to-day basis. Every 5 minutes, I'll find something to argue about. The fighting has kept me up almost all night. One incident, it was extremely persistent all the way to 3 in the morning.
No way for someone to live.
I missed school the next day because of it. I have seen my mom and dad say numerous horrible things to each other. My mom calls my dad a $2 trick. My dad has told my mom to go with himself. They always say, look at what you're doing in front of your daughter. They will say things like, if we got a divorce, who would you like to go with? I would just say, come on guys, please stop. There's not much I could really do because, of course, they're adults. I have seen my mom and dad punch each other, kick each other. My dad did break my mom's rib. I even saw them bite each other, which I think that's got way out of hand. I have seen my mom and dad get physical to the point where the cops have been called. I thought that one of my parents was going to be taken away to jail. All I want to do is get away from the arguing. No matter what I do, what I try, they will not stop fighting no matter what.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'd like to do, only with your permission. Your daughter is back in the green room. I'd like to go back and visit with her for just a minute. You'll be able to see it out here. Everybody, you'll be able to watch this out. I'm just going to step back, talk to her for a minute,
Sure.
and I'll be right back, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. You guys will be able to watch on the monitors here, so just take a second. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Dr. Phil.
Hi.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
It's been a little bit of a rocky ride living in that house, huh? What bothers you the most?
It bothers me that they always fight and they have no consideration for anything else that's happening around them, and it's just really hard.
So when it gets really volatile, when they get yelling and screaming and even get physical sometimes, take me through that moment. What do you think and feel in that moment?
In that moment, when it starts to get physical, I feel like I just get so pumped up and my heart starts racing, and I just feel like I'm afraid that one of them is going to be taken away to jail or something bad like that's going to happen, or someone's going to get really hurt.
So it scares you?
It scares me a lot.
Jail or injury? What do you want them to understand about what this does to you?
I would really like them to understand that it hurts me the way I feel. I just hope that they just realize what they've been doing and just have like an aha moment, and so they'll realize and it'll just be really calm.
Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
I'd like to ask you if there's any possibility that it can be fixed.
The answer is yes. There's more than a possibility that it can be fixed. It needs to be fixed, and it's going to get fixed. Because let me tell you something. You're right to be concerned, but you shouldn't have to be.
Yeah.
And I am so sorry that they have involved you in these adult issues. And they're going to stop doing that. And I'm going to make sure they stop doing that if I have to haunt them till the end of the world.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so how would that be?
That would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm your guy, all right? All right, I'm going to go back and talk to your parents a little
All
bit.
right.
All right?
All right, thank you.
I'm not leaving until you give me a hug. All right, talk to you soon.
Thank you.
My kids have witnessed this fighting.
The bottom line is, family. You destroyed our family.
She has a mouth that would offend the devil.
And 101,000 plus payroll checks in your pocket is not enough.
The things she says in front of our children just do not belong.
Well, during the last segment, I had the privilege of talking to the 12-year-old daughter of Bob and Dorothy, a couple torn apart by allegations of infidelity and violent outburst. What do you think of what your daughter had to say?
Very accurate. I feel sorry.
You had to say?
Breaks my heart completely, because I know how it's affecting her, because I see it and I feel it.
Shame on both of you. I mean, I clearly just talked to the brains of the outfit back there. I mean, your daughter's very bright. You're behaving like a couple of idiots.
I know.
First off, I see absolutely no objective evidence whatsoever that your husband has cheated on you in any way. And I would tell you if I had, so I mean, I don't have any problem with that, with telling you that. What I see is that you have taken some parts and pieces of things and constructed this very scary fantasy. But I see no objective evidence that he has cheated. Just for argument's sake, let's assume that. And we can also assume the flip side. Let's assume that he is cheating. You know what you do if that's the case? You either decide that you want to leave, or you want to get professional help, or you want to whatever. But there's no theory under which your behavior is justified. No theory.
I know.
None.
I mean, smashing out windows and cars and attacks and all of that stuff.
I know.
Do not do that. That is a wrong model for her. If you want to decide when you leave here that he's cheating on you, then get help or get a divorce. But you don't do what you're doing.
I understand.
I actually did a timeline and pinpointed exactly what I think happened in Dorothy's life that may have triggered all of this. There are alternative explanations for why this may seem so real to you. Because I did a timeline of all of this. And I don't know. I just tell you, if I was seeing you privately in my office, we were doing therapy, which I do not call me. I would look at this timeline and I would notice that about the time you started getting really upset was about the time your father passed away. You have a history of extreme behavior. You have said you were a shopaholic. You have said you were addicted to prescription drugs. You can get addicted to a concept or an idea where it consumes you and everything about your life becomes about stalking, investigating, looking, finding, and pretty soon we start to fashion fantasy into reality where it starts to fit our theory. And as we often do here, I'm going to offer to you as a gift to arrange some very specialized evaluation, help, and counseling for you.
I appreciate that.
And then at some point, to add him from a couple standpoint, but first, I want to figure out what's going on with you.
I would really
And
appreciate
I don't
that.
mean just to send you for therapy. I mean, I want to evaluate you biochemically, neurologically, and otherwise. And
so appreciate
and help you know. And I think as things calm down, you may see things very, very differently. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Does this sound like a plan?
It sounds like an excellent plan,
All
like
right.
unbelievable plan.
And every situation needs a hero, and you need to let it be you. Whatever you have to do, stop this yelling and screaming in front of that daughter, because both of you are doing it.
So this woman is completely out of control. I cannot believe that she had all of this extreme, outlandish, and violent behavior just to find out this man never even cheated. The worst part of it is that this behavior is happening in front of their children, especially this 12-year-old child. Even her relationship with her other daughter is tragic. I mean, she calls her daughter names. It seems like she both verbally and physically has abused her daughter. This woman fractured her face when she was a teenager. What? Honestly, I'm shocked that this man is even still married to her. I'm kind of looking at him like, how are you gonna sit there and let this woman fracture your daughter's face? But he also seems to be a victim of her abuse. I mean, it seems like the entire family has been living underneath the pressure of being terrorized by this woman, and she's obsessed. She gets a thought in her head and it becomes obsession. But what did you guys think about this one? What do you think this man should do? Should he divorce her? It sounds like Dr. Phil is gonna get her some professional help. So do you think maybe with counseling they can save their marriage? Do you think it's possible for her to save her relationship with her older daughter? What's gonna happen to the 12-year-old? You guys let me know. Drop it in the comments.